Okay, I think we're live. Hey guys, and welcome to my live. Sorry. Hi guys, Izzy here, as well Mackenzie, and welcome to my live on how food habits and time management affect each other and how creating better habits can be done with better time management. Um, Finding the time to prioritize yourself in this modern world can be challenging, especially when you're on a busy schedule. As a working professional, you have an extremely busy schedule, lots of responsibility, there's plenty of stress, lots of decisions to make, and then, of course, every day are work days and you're swamped with taking care of things at home. Well, trying to manage having like healthy relationships. This makes it super easy to lose track of your own self-care and make sure that you follow a healthy eating routine. Nonetheless, neglecting to take care of yourself in the long run will only do more damage than good. It will not only lead to stress and burnout at work and negatively impact at other areas of your life, but you're going to be placing your body at risk. Not taking care of your nutrition and living an unhealthy lifestyle, eating excessive amounts of processed sugar and foods can cause a variety of health problems and common scary diseases like obesity in children and adults, type 2 diabetes, and even cancer. Prioritizing yourself and your self care and wellness can be more of a struggle when your goal is to lose weight. I think we all know this one. It's definitely challenging to keep up with complicated diets and spend enough time at the gym when your schedule is hectic. How do you balance your health goals, work, family, and friends? You want to feel confident in every hour of the day, whether you're giving a presentation, running errands, or finally getting time to meet up for drinks with your friends at happy hour. You want to look great, you want to feel energized, and you want to be able to enjoy yourself at the fullest because why are we working so hard if we can't also live a little bit? Um, Losing weight isn't just about feeling great in anything you wear. It's also about preventing health issues and performing at your best in every aspect of your life. You want to have the energy to be a top performer at work. You want to feel confident in your outfit. You want to feel great when you go for drinks. And you want to feel vibrant enough to just enjoy spending time with your family. It seems so simple on one hand. Everyone tells us to just eat less and exercise more, but as too many of us know, it's not that easy. I think we get busy and we get tired, and it just seems easier to shove bad, easy foods into our mouth and save time, or what we think of as saving time, and get that quick energy boost. Because bad things taste good. I think we I want don't also say bad things. Unhealthy foods taste good. When you have a hectic schedule full of appointments and family obligations and errands, hitting your weight loss goals can feel just straight up impossible. There is good news though. You don't need to quit your job and ditch all responsibilities to find the time for you to lose weight. Today, I want to share my 7 proven ways to lose weight for busy people, just like your good self. Um, Tea break. I understand what you're going through. I know how you feel. I've been a young professional working in marketing, startups, and having the time and energy to work, study, and balance time with family and friends while trying to get rid of my extra weight. It was a lot. The physical toll of my poor diet, my bad routines, and stress caused by my terrible habits and like my dedication to work. Because at the end of the day, you feel like sacrificing things makes you more dedicated to what you're doing, which is just not the case. Um, but it started to manifest in my body. I gained weight. I had difficulty losing weight, acne problems, fatigue, sleep disorders, and my periods just became irregular. Not only did I have to face the physical effects, but the negative physiological effects manifested into difficulty concentrating, irritability, mood swings, and they all wreaked havoc on my work and study effectiveness. I was overweight, I was lethargic, I was mentally exhausted, and I was struggling with a pretty bad ankle injury, which I now even struggle a little bit with today. Um, Life, it just seemed really impossible, and I was just tired of being at war with my body. So, how did I finally slim down and get my health back? I needed to make a change, to take a step back, to feel my mind, my body, and my soul. I went on a self care pilgrimage, I suppose you could say. I discovered that achieving health wasn't about fad diets and pressuring myself to work out. I learned that we need to ditch willpower and deprivation for long-term health success. Even when we're stressed and busy, you don't need to starve yourself or exercise for countless hours to lose weight. You don't have to do anything radical, in fact, to lose weight. We can all reap huge benefits by just making a couple of crucial changes in our lifestyles. The small changes lead to lasting results instead of this, yo-yo dieting culture that we're all too familiar with and too comfortable with following. I suppose in terms of starting, losing weight is very much more than buying prepper health meals or forcing yourself into the gym. It's about planning, devotion, and creating new positive, healthy habits based around better time management. I think, well, this is starting to come together now. Whether you are working long hours, studying long hours, or have to spend all your day in the house with the kids, there are a number of weight loss and just basically overall health and priority solutions that can help you get through this somewhat seemingly difficult and daunting process, the process that will help you look good and feel good. I think that's the most important thing. I just want to be here today to help you start living a healthier lifestyle without ever feeling deprived or overworked. I want to give you a process that will help you slim down and keep it off in a sustainable long-term way. I don't think any short-term diet fads or putting yourself over a lot of pressure is ever going to be sustainable. So if you don't feel like you have time to work out or watch your diet, here are my 7 proven smart and simple strategies to lose weight or just basically get your health back on a busy schedule and get better time management to be able to focus on those things. So first of all, we're going to start on ditching the diet and focusing on like the what we're eating. What if I told you didn't have to go on a strict diet to lose weight and eat healthily? It's time to say goodbye to that mentality. Quick fixes, and like I said, traditional restrictive diets rarely yield long-lasting or satisfying results. If they were, we wouldn't make the same resolution every single January. Not only is yo-yo dieting, aka weight cycling, as you might also know it, an unhealthy practice because losing weight and gaining it back in a short period of time might affect your blood pressure, diabetes, cholesterol, and in turn increase your risk of heart attack or stroke. But it's also affecting your wallet. That's right. Americans invest about $33 billion a year on weight loss products alone, yet nearly 2/3 of Americans are overweight or obese. Clearly something's not really working. The $60 billion industry has told us that dieting is the answer to our weight problems. Dieting is the answer to our health problems. Just start keto, go go vegan, or go carb free. But that's a ploy to get you to buy their products, green juices, and low-calorie snacks. Now, certain diets are better for you than others. For example, lowering carbohydrates in some cases, or keto might work for you. But typically, the mass-produced diet plans aren't going to be where it's at. The good news is that healthy eating and losing weight is not impossible. Well, let's look at diets differently. By definition, a diet is a food a person typically eats. The way you choose to eat should be a way of life. You should look at a diet as a non-diet diet. It's more of a habit, and your habits are your norm. They should be sustainable and realistic to you and your lifestyle. So that's why I'm saying when you look at different diet plans, you have to think, is that something that I can take long term? Is that something good for my body long term? Instead of just being like, okay, here's something I found at the store, let me just follow that as a plan. It needs to be something that works for you, because what works for you might not work for other people, and what works for other people might not work for you. So what I want you to do is focus on the what, the food you choose to eat. Instead of endlessly counting calories or cutting out an entire food group to start with, you want to have a balanced diet without deprivation. Setting up a general food plan that will incorporate more whole foods like fruits and vegetables, healthy whole grains, protein-rich lean meats, and less processed foods, especially refined carbs and sugar. This approach to your diet is not only healthier, but will save you time and stress worrying about fitting into a certain diet category. There's a lot less planning involved here. And that's what I want to say when we go back to time management. The less planning you have to put into something, the more sustainable it will be, and the more likely it will stick. This approach to your diet is not only healthier, but like I said, will save you time and money. I will repeat that as many times as I can to really get that through. But a basic diet example, and this isn't really exact, but it's just like an overall guideline that should be good for weight loss. Would be to aim to have 3 meals a day, with each with 1 serving of lean protein, like 30 ounces of cooked chicken or some eggs, 0 to 1 servings of fiber-rich carbs, like 1 to 2 slices of sprouted bread, for example, some rice, 1 to 2 servings of healthy fats, for example, a spoonful of olive oil, a quarter of an avocado, and then an unlimited amount of non-starchy vegetables like leafy greens, peppers, cauliflower. And I want you to note that while fruit is a healthy essential, it's still high in sugar. So to keep your servings of that to about 3 a day. Snacks should be fiber-rich and protein-rich as well. However, be realistic. Don't go crazy straight out of the starting line by cutting everything unhealthy completely. Going cold turkey is not the best idea in any case, but especially if you want to sustainably cut processed food and added sugars. Now, before I continue with that, I want to just get into why that is, because you might be wondering how come. If you consume excessively high amounts of sugar and junk food regularly, then suddenly not eating any sugar will cause your body to go into shock, and you'll experience many different symptoms connected with sugar and junk food withdrawal, like excessive cravings, which can lead to binging. But keep in mind that if you permit yourself a small amount of sugar every day, it may lead your mind to rationalize eating more sugar, 1 cookie will lead to 2, and so on. Here's what you should do instead of that. By making a few modifications to your diet and setting out with the right knowledge, overcoming sugar withdrawal and maintaining it can be easier than ever. I want you to go ahead and stop by my post, How to Stop Eating Sugar, 11 Simple Ways, for some simple ways to reduce sugar from your diet without falling into the rationalization trap. Okay, first one done. Step 2, you can't exercise out a poor diet. Here's an important thing for you to note when we get motivated to start trying to achieve our weight loss goals. It's not uncommon for us to get ambitious and try to fix everything at once. Now, we've touched on this with food, but it also applies to everything else in your life. Like I said, it can be problematic for your goals. If your weight loss is your goal, then focus on weight loss and changing dietary habits. But just like with not going cold turkey, do not try to do too much too early. So don't try and increase your physical activities sort of tenfold if you're used to sitting around in a chair all day at work. Working out increases energy expenditure, which will drive your appetite up, which can lead us to justify indulging after a workout because we feel like we earned it. Even if it's a healthier indulgence, like an energy bar, like 200 to 300 calories, that is all it takes to match the 200 to 400 calories you might have just burned at the gym. The calories in and the calories out is not a good way of thinking. Calories are not the enemy. They're here as a guidance tracker for your diet. When it comes to calories, being active doesn't mean that you'll burn calories. It's a lot easier and faster to consume than it is to burn them off, so you can't outrun a bad diet. Of course, being active for the health benefits is important, and you should increase your activity at first, but eat healthily for the weight benefits and don't just rely on exercise. Once you've started your healthy eating program and you've got that under control, then start to consider your workouts. Weight loss is really a marathon and not a sprint. You can't do 1,000 jumping jacks and eat 200 calories in one day and think that that's going to be sustainable. It's not. Skipping the gym for now will also save you time and stress that should be focused on diet goals. Getting your diet down first really is the first and most important step. Next, I want you guys to bring lunch to work. This is in a modern day world. We are surrounded by convenient and affordable food options that make it easier to never have to cook at home. Takeout, pickup, and numerous food delivery apps make eating without cooking as easy as a tap on your phone. However, the most seemingly convenient food and drink options are high sugar and calorie dense. If you cook at home, you know exactly what you put in there. You know how much sugar, fats, salt, and different flavorings you put into your dish, and you have the power to swap ingredients based on what you like and what you also find healthier to fit your nutritional and caloric goals. However, I know that you're running a busy life, and I understand that few of us can do this all of the time. This, again, time management, that is okay. Instead of just being like, okay, every single morning I have to pack lunch, set some weekly goals like bring your lunch to work on Mondays and Fridays. Start with a couple days a week, pepper them in, and get that meal prepping done on the weekends. I know that it's like a basic Pinterest hack, but it really, really is important, and it will make all of the difference to what you're able to sustain. Also, prioritize setting some time aside to research some takeout dishes that can be your healthy go-tos for when you are under pressure. Your bank account will thank you as well. You're eating out less and you're making better decisions when you do eat out. So, yeah, good step for making sure we get that time and food under control. Step 4, or hack 4, I should say, plan but don't calorie count. Every Sunday or Saturday, I want you guys to block off some time, like an hour ahead, to plan and prep as many meals as you have time to prepare. We touched on this a second ago, but we're going to get into a little more detail now. Meal prepping saves time, energy, and helps ensure that you stay on track with your nutrition goals. You can also prepare meals like soups, stir fries, salads, rice bowls, and casseroles ahead of time to store in your freezer. And you can just bang those out, get them in the freezer, take them out when you need them. Done. Like I mentioned earlier, when you're planning out what you're going to eat, try not to calorie count or try to be flexible with your calories in and calories out. It's not a good way of thinking. They're not the enemy. They're here as more of like a guidance tracker for your diet and roughly how much you should be eating. If you go 1 calorie over what you think is your limit, that's not a problem. It's 1 calorie and you're changing. Your calories needs and how many calories you should eat will vary per person and depend on numerous factors like your age, height, weight, and activity levels. Basically, whether or not you're the type of person who goes to the gym or not, or gym for a long time every day, or whether you're a sort of daytime TV person and sits down all day, that also has to be taken into consideration. For one person may need to eat more than another. While high-calorie foods are often associated with junk food, some can be essential nutrients as well. For example, I'm a strong believer in good fats and bad fats. And while the food industry intentionally went out to like vilify fats and take the heat off the damage caused by their money-making sugar-based products, dietary good fats are essential to give your body good energy and support cell growth. In actual fact, healthy fats are fantastic for you. Olive oil, coconut oil, avocados, 70% or more dark chocolate, and your best, and I mean your best friends in your journey to combat hunger cravings. Additionally, low calorie doesn't always mean healthy or good. Calories aren't everything. For example, you can have a can of sweetened soda or some fruit for the same amount of calories, but one will lead to fat gain. Look at the soda. That's going to be 140 calories of sugar and literally nothing else, maybe some harmful chemicals. Now, let's say you have 1 apple and 1 pear. That's 190 calories combined. But these fruits aren't just sugar and nothing. They're providing you with vitamins and minerals like fiber and potassium and are packed with immune-boosting antioxidants. All the sugar from the soda will go straight to spiking your blood sugar levels and can very well lead to weight gain, while the fiber and minerals will protect you from the fruit's sugars and increase your body's amounts of important nutrients. This doesn't mean that calorie counting is all bad. If you eat more calories than you need in a day, based on your weight and activity level, you will gain weight. If you eat fewer calories than you need per day, you'll lose weight. But if you undereat like many people on the 1,200 calories per day diet, in most cases, it may have negative effects. Instead of thinking about calories as an exact measurement as what's good and bad, I want you to look at them as a practical approach for guiding you through a balanced diet that will help you lose weight. If your goal is to lose weight, a slight caloric deficit and good overall nutrition can lead to sustainable weight loss, assuming that you're not already regularly undereating, reducing your normal intake by 300 to 500 calories. If you're a semi-regularly or generally active person, don't go above or stay around 1,800 calories per day. And if you're a super sedentary and or small person, I recommend dropping this number. Remember, it's not just about the calories, but how much of the protein, carbohydrate, and fat, and vitamins, and minerals you take from the food that's important for your overall well-being. Use calories as a general guidance. Furthermore, I know that when your calendar is full of office lunches, drinks with friends, dinner dates, and celebrations with friends, you'll probably inevitably find yourself in a situation where you're surrounded by sweet treats, salty snacks, fatty foods, and high-calorie meals. So we need to have a plan for how we deal with temptation. An excellent strategy to stick with in your nutrition plan is to not deprive yourself completely, while also being sensible about how much you indulge. One easy trick for limiting and keeping moderation is to make sure your plate is balanced. Your main dish, you want to keep half of the plate full of non-starchy vegetables, a quarter for starchy vegetables or whole grains, and a flexible quarter for lean protein. Then you can moderately indulge around that. This will help keep you full for longer and reduce cravings. Always eat your calories and try not to drink them. Water is the best choice, but if you can't, like if you want to try something else other than water, you can swap high sugar beverages like sodas and fizzy drinks for unsweetened sparkling water. Swap fruit juice and store-bought smoothies for homemade smoothies and coconut water. Flavored coffees, you can switch for unsweetened tea and plain coffee with cream. It's also important to note that your calorie consumption throughout the day should probably be a little bit monitored. Going more than 4 or 5 hours without eating can slow down your metabolism, affect your hormones, and can contribute to unhealthy food choices when you do finally decide to eat. Many overweight people don't necessarily overeat, but their eating schedules are completely erratic. So be consistent, be it 3 meals and a couple of snacks or 5 mini meals. Number 5, we're almost there. Get professional support. When I was personally working on breaking my negative eating patterns and terrible yo-yo dieting cycle, one of the biggest factors in achieving my goal of breaking my junk food addiction, finally curbing my sweet tooth and losing weight, was trying to balance a crazy work life and busy schedule. Was support. Yeah, support. Having emotional support throughout your weight loss journey will increase your odds of long-term success. If you feel encouraged by others rather than discouraged on your own, you'll have an easier time staying committed to your weight loss control effects. Support can also help keep you accountable and motivated to stay on track. You can find a support in a partner or friend or even a professional and health and wellness community. As someone who's now a health and wellness coach, I can tell you that if I had someone like me, a wellness coach, or even a healthy community to keep me in check and metaphorically hold my hand when I was on my health journey, I would have achieved weight loss and vibrant health so much sooner. And a health and wellness coach is someone who can keep you motivated, on track, and give you guidance with your eating plan, helps you overcome your mindset blocks that will keep you stuck. They will give you new ideas and help you move forward when your plateaus happen, which they inevitably do. We all reach one point where we're like, oh God, nothing's moving. Health coaches keep you accountable and should help you, a busy person, create a tailored meal and fitness plan that works for your life and your circumstances. Is it worth it to hire one? Well, consider the professional insight, support, accountability, and investment in your health and future. A typical approach is about 3 to 6 months. So while being healthy is a lifelong commitment, getting help from someone is not a permanent thing you have to pay for forever. Even if you're not ready to go and get one-on-one coaching, you can always find a supportive program with a community that will help you save time, stress, and failure by guiding you through effective advice. Be wary though, many nutritionists and health and wellness coaches are product pushers, use depriving calorie counting methods, and don't really work on long-term results in health, so be sure to do your research. If you want a trusted accountability, support, and wellness plan, the right plan for losing weight, I can help you with sugar and my Break My Sugar Addiction program, or I'm going to touch on another thing later on in this live, so just keep watching. And my program, both of them, will help you conquer your obsessions with sugar and junk food without willpower. If you want a little spoiler, you can go and check out the comments, or no, the description below. Sorry, my brain is a little bit off today. 6, we're going to start with the ditch the I'll start tomorrow mindset. If you keep telling yourself that you'll plan to start a new diet tomorrow or every health plan every Monday, but tomorrow never comes, there seems to always be something that causes you to push tomorrow further away. I see what you're doing. I've been there, said that, and more times than you can count, fallen into that trap. No matter how much you dream, how much you plan, or want to create a new healthier routine or lose weight, the vicious cycle of I'll start my diet tomorrow is a frequent barricade that we all face on our journey to not only reaching our health goals, but also any goals in general. It's just one burger. I'll do it tomorrow. The diet starts Monday. It doesn't. You'll never change unless you decide to start now. That's why you're in this place where all you can do is wait until tomorrow. I encourage you to think about why this is. Why can't you start today? Why are we saying when I'll start tomorrow? Like, when we say that, we are only making excuses for not making positive changes and are sabotaging any effort that we have made up until this point. Even if you slip up and eat something you shouldn't, it doesn't mean you should just say, oh, screw it, I'm just going to start tomorrow, I'll start again then. Like, you've not blown your diet. You can start getting back on track the very next second. Don't use a mishap as an excuse to immediately turn backward on your path and start eating unhealthy things for the rest of the day. Mistakes are unavoidable. No one is perfect. What is important is that you get back on track the same day, not tomorrow, not this afternoon, not a week from now. Every small step you take towards a healthier lifestyle matters in the moment. Don't put it off. 7, and we're coming up to our final one right now. Hydrate all day long. I mean, a day with a full schedule is often a day full of caffeine boosts to make it through that day without collapsing, but you shouldn't be relying on sugary drinks and coffee to help get you through the day with little to no nutritional value. Instead, opt for water and drink plenty of it. One of the simplest yet most effective tips you can apply to your life for weight loss and just general healthy living is to actually drink water. Thirst is easily mistaken for hunger, and dehydration can also cause mismanaged hunger signals. Research suggests that drinking water before a meal can help you feel more full. Food cravings can occur as a result of being thirsty, so replenishing the water in your body is often a quick little trick to help you kick your cravings. Don't opt for that Oreo as a snack to crunch it. Whenever you get a craving, sip a cup of water and see if that helps. If you're notoriously bad at hydrating, don't worry, most people are. An easy trick I do is to stay hydrated is to keep a reusable water bottle with me at all times and a cup of tea at my desk. You can also pump up the flavor of your water without adding calories by throwing in a few lemon slices, lime slices, cucumbers, or just a little bit of homemade flavored water. So we've run down all 7 of our tips. Thank you for staying with me this long. The bottom line is that achieving your goal of losing weight and getting healthy does not mean that you have to sacrifice all of your spare time, wreak havoc on your work schedule, or make a huge ton of life-altering changes all at once. It's okay to take smaller steps and just choose the smartest choices that you can make for where you are in your journey throughout the day to get you moving in the right direction towards healthy success. Hopefully these suggestions have given you a good idea of how you can start to incorporate a few simple healthy habits that you can work seamlessly into your busy schedule and get great weight loss results so you can keep hustling and still hit your health goals. You no longer need to sacrifice your wellness, self-care, and weight loss goals for work, family, friends, and building a successful career. I know that the hardest step here might be starting the process of cutting back on refined carbs and sugar, especially with sugary and carby pasta cravings. But once you've started decreasing it for a couple of weeks, you'll notice the decreased cravings and will be really surprised at just how much better you feel. I'm evidence of this. However, I know that sometimes it is harder for some of us rather than others when it comes to sugar and junk food cravings, especially when they cause you to endlessly crave them. So if your weight has crept up on you and you're tired of feeling stuck, trying to conquer your negative food habits without food fads, dieting, deprivation, or willpower, and you're trying to balance everything you've got going on in your personal life, your work life, let alone trying to take care of yourself, and time is feeling like it's just not on your side, I have just the thing for you. I'm giving a free training on Tuesday, March 15th, 2022, depending on when you're watching this, where I will be sharing with you my 4-part framework for how I successfully navigated the health, work-life divide, and finally mastered my emotions, mastered my mind, my body, my health, turned off stress, and took control of my time. I would love to share that with you, and I encourage you to apply and be accepted in my online coaching program in order to get access to that training. You only have until Monday night next week to submit your application, and please include as much information as you can. If you only write 1 sentence and I don't already know you, it's going to be very hard for me to tell if I can serve you and if you're fit for the program. So write as many details as you can to be accepted. I love learning about you, and I'm really excited for this training on March 15th. I'm also beyond excited for my online coaching program, the Health, Time, Mind, and Abundance Mastery Program. It's going to begin at the end of this month, and the first group of founding members are also going to get extremely valuable bonuses that will expire. So again, you have until the end of next Monday to get in on those bonuses by submitting an application. will put the link to that at the bottom of the video below. You will go to the healthtimemindabundance.com, and I'll put that in the caption of this video. Everything is in the description. You can always message me on social media, and I will send that link to you as well if you can't get access. I hope that you enjoyed all of these tips. Please write below if any of them have worked out for you, or if you have anything else to suggest, any little hacks that you might want to share. And I hope that you guys have a beautiful day. Thank you for watching.